Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean by that relationship with oneself? And what do you mean by building that inner trust and belief?
So yeah, what I mean with the relationship with oneself is really just make space and time to get to know who you are and get to know who you are as a person and all the perks that being a human takes, right? I think we learn so much to learn about the world, learn about other people, learn about history, learn about many things outside of us, which is beautiful and great, but there's such a richness inside of knowing ourselves. And so what I mean with the relationship is like any relationship in the exterior, to make time to prioritize and to really sit with ourselves, to get to know who we are as a human being in this world and all the perks and amazingness that comes with that.
And why should women care about that? Why is it important for them? What do you think it'll change in their life, for example? Where will you see the positive,
Yeah.
influences?
Yeah, like I think the biggest change that women can feel through this is one, higher confidence in themselves, and two, like from that confidence, much more groundedness in their space in the world. Like there's not fear of saying the wrong thing or occupying space or really like keeping themselves small. That's kind of ends when you have a relationship with who you are and you see, wow, like actually I deserve to be someone in this world and I deserve to have that space in this world. And so the inner trust comes as like this dough that really encompasses who you are and builds this bridge between the person you are externally and the person you are internally, so there's more wholeness, and through that wholeness like you can really expand instead of like trying to survive because you don't trust what's here, you don't trust your own voice, you don't trust the direction you're feeling you want to go, you don't trust like your message, you don't trust the way you desire something, and so you limit yourself a lot through that. So building relationship is all about allowing that to come through and allowing yourself to listen to that and follow that. Yeah.
And how do we do that? Or not me, but the women listening to this, or how have you done it?
Yeah. So it's I always start with like keeping small promises to yourself. Like many times what I hear a lot is like many women desire to do something. For example, I want to be more, I want to make more space to be with myself. But what does that look like many people think this is such an abstract concept, right? And it can be, but like really tackling into, okay, making more time to be with myself would be take 5 minutes every day to write my thoughts in the morning or in the evening. And so I always say, like, can you keep that promise to yourself? Can you really make that time and build that muscle inside of you of inner trust? Because inner trust is built through proof, and we give ourselves proof to really keeping those promises to ourselves. So yeah, I'm gonna journal every day for 5 minutes to really give space to this relationship I have, and naturally, like through that, inner trust is a byproduct. And so, yeah.
Fascinating. Is there a process of like opening up and self-discovery mixed in there?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Of course. I feel inner trust is the second step after you learn that, okay, I'm not just a bunch of automatic reactions. I actually am a human being and I can choose different things. And I am curious about, like, who I am and why do I react in certain ways? Where does this come from? And so, like, I think the first step of awareness is really diving into that. And then the second one, which can come very shortly after, is like, okay, so how do I trust this being that I am? How do I build this relationship so I can actually stop sabotaging? I can lean into what I desire to do, trust my intuition. How can I do those things, right? And so for what I see is that it comes as a second step for awareness after we are like, okay, I'm a being with thoughts and desires, and I see some patterns in my life that I'm not happy with, then inner trust can be built after that awareness comes through.
So there's various steps to that journey, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, pretty cool.